1, 2, 3, 4. Palapalooza. Palapalooza. We're talking to you. I'm Palapalooza. Take my hands. If I jump, will you jump with me?
Takers, Leavers, they were all about the White Claw. That episode was like sponsored by White Claw. Takers, Leavers, and their fucking White Claw. And then what's up with David and the water situation?
Oh, dude, he's trying
He's
so
like
hard to get sponsored. What's that company called? It's called Essence or Evanescence?
Yeah.
Like what?
It's like their thing, dude,
Oh my-
which I
yeah.
really like. Like, I like...
Is he sponsored yet?
Fuck, they should be.
Yeah, God.
Those guys kill it. Shout out Takers, Leavers. I'm rocking their shirt right now.
Yeah.
Those guys are good. Let's rock your newest single, dude, River.
Oh,
and just
sweet.
kind of talk about it. And we're here with Matt and Cody, Elk Grove. Welcome, dudes.
Hello.
Down from Ventura, 2.5 hours, 2 hours?
So yeah, something like that. 2.5.
Something like that.
This was the quickest trip to San Diego that we've ever made. It was really smooth.
Usually it's like stop and go traffic for like 30 minutes.
No traffic at all?
Not much.
That's
I mean,
bad.
little through LA, but we're good.
Cool. Have you been to El Cajon before?
No.
I have.
This is the anus of San Diego.
El Cajon? That's the anus of San Diego.
It's beautiful. I love it.
It is a little more brown.
I always say that. It's
There's
brown.
a little dirtier. It's not. That was the first thing that we noticed when we pulled up on the street. Matt was like, "Wow, this is
Whoa.
a big dirt mountain."
I love your city. Hey, don't get me wrong, man. I love
Talking shit about San Diego, bro.
Look at that.
Right up front. Right up front, dude. So I'd say like River is right now your single, right? You guys just released that. Mm-hmm. Good production. I mean, when I listen to your guys' shit, it's like, really good. Do you have a producer involved in the process?
We
or-
do now.
You did for this song?
We kind of did stuff on our own with a couple of friends of ours, Landon and Thomas.
Landon and Thomas.
And we started working with our buddy Josh Unit, who lives up near Sacramento, and he plays for a band called Wolf and Bear. He used to play with a band called Lost Things. And does a phenomenal job, and we were very impressed. So I think we're going to continue working with him. We've tossed around some different ideas, maybe recording drums with some other people. We're just kind of shopping around. We just want to make it the best that we can.
Right.
So, and working with Josh is great because he puts his ideas in there as well.
Right. This
Josh.
chorus. I like you guys because I like melodies. I like melodic shit. I don't mind screaming and stuff, but you guys kind of balance that out pretty well, dude.
Thank you,
You want
yeah.
to talk about that?
Yeah.
So you're both the singers. You guys go back and forth with singing, right?
Yeah, we kind of developed it as we became a band. That kind of like started out. We wanted to have a third person like to sing specifically, but Cody and I just kind of decided that we would work with what we got, and we just go back and forth. I loved Emory growing up, and they do a lot of that. And
I hear that.
Cody did too, and works itself out.
And you have 2 more members, right, that are not here.
Yes.
Do you want to shout them out?
Yep. Jeremy.
Landon, boy.
You're like, sure. Oh, okay, Landon.
We
Okay.
love you.
So he helped with the production process a bit?
Landon helped us with our last EP, which was called the Dreamer EP.
Okay, cool.
And we recorded most everything over at his house. We
dope.
recorded vocals over at Tommy's house, I think. But we
Yes.
recorded drums in his house, and
Cool.
that was kind of our first time recording live drums on a record, because we only have a couple EPs, and so that was the first time we recorded real acoustic kit. So that was a lot of fun, and it was definitely challenging because there was some moments where while you're sitting there doing yourself, trying to figure out
right.
how to get things to work, and I have no knowledge
Technical
of
errors here and there.
We actually recorded that before the full songs were done. We tracked out the skeleton with the drums because the drum kit was set up in Landon's house and it was ready to go. And Cody was like, "Can I record something?" And Landon's like, "Yeah." And that's just kind of the dynamic you get with good friends,
Yeah.
that are talented. And so we were just like, "Dude, like let's just track." And 5 songs just materialized in front of us. So we were like, oh, we got to finish these. And, Landon and Tommy Freckleton were both so like patient with us. Yeah, it was, so it was just cool to work with like really good friends.
And then where was the River recorded?
That was up in Grass Valley, at Josh's, actually at his house.
Okay.
So he tracked those drums, that and the Sun, were just all the drums in his bedroom and all the guitars and stuff like that. Those were awesome to work with him.
The Sun, that's another banger, dude. I can play that one real quick. The River's killing it though, numbers wise, dude. 15,000. Congrats.
Thank you.
You getting like playlists and stuff like that or what?
It was on a playlist for 2 or 3 weeks, which apparently like we met people that heard it through that playlist and stuff. We met a guy in Odessa on our last tour with Takers, and he was.
Oh, did you tour with them?
Mm-hmm, we just that was actually our most recent tour with those guys, and so that was how we developed that relationship. It was super sweet.
Drinking essential water the whole time? Or?
Yeah, essential. That's
it.
Yeah,
essential?
that's essential water.
David and his essential water, dude, and his White Claws.
He will never convert me.
Right.
Never.
Matt's always trying to get sponsored by, what is it, Adidas or?
Oh, New Balance, dude.
New Balance.
New Balance needs to sponsor me, man. They
Are you rocking those now?
No. Nope, actually. So, I mean, yes, of course, always.
Yes.
New Balance. Hello. I'm wearing your shoes.
You
always.
just ruined
Sponsor
it. They're
Dang it.
never going to take you up on it now.
That must have been a fun tour, though, dude, with Takers Levers. Any
Dude.
highlights you guys want to talk about?
Oh, man. What?
You had separate vans?
We did.
That's a good thing, huh?
We did. Their van was definitely like the hangout van.
Was it?
They had a bigger van and more room.
Okay.
Our van was like a coffin.
Is that the one you drove down that you brought here?
No, that's my personal one. But we took Landon's personal van.
Okay.
He like built a bunk in the back, but he built it probably 2 inches from our face to the ceiling in the back, so we could sleep laying down, which was great.
Nice.
But sleeping with your face 2 inches from the ceiling literally it feels like a coffin, dude. And I was like,
I'm Dracula.
I'm 100% gonna die if we roll.
Except it wasn't like waking up like it was terrible because we would try to like sleep opposite, like, okay, my head's down here,
right,
your head's on the other side.
Yeah,
there's like 3 people up on this little bunk,
69,
and we're trying to do it so we're not all like snoring in each other's faces. But if your head is towards the back and you're like in the middle, you're just the most claustrophobic. It is.
Dude, yeah.
I woke up a couple times going like, get me out.
Yeah.
Like buried alive.
Yes.
I'm a little claustrophobic, bro. I wouldn't like that.
Yeah,
bunch of stinky fucking dudes in there too, you know?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that was the
Very
best part,
smelly.
being next to the stinky dudes.
Yeah, okay.
But the
All right, you
claustrophobic
enjoyed that.
part was no good.
It just makes me think of like when I was a kid going down the slide and some little idiot would clog it up. He'd hold himself in the slide. You know the tube slides when you're a kid on the playground?
Yeah.
Did that happen to you a lot?
Yes. I would always be somehow getting stuck right in the middle and all the kids would be flying down, dude.
You're like, flashbacks to my youth.
Yeah. That's exactly what it was like.
So how many dates did you guys do with that last tour?
What was it, like 2 weeks?
It was about 2 weeks.
Right
I
on.
think, yeah.
All up.
Yeah.
I probably talked to the guys about this, but short-term memory loss, I guess. Where'd you guys go?
We went through Texas.
Cool.
And
Like a Southwest
Oklahoma.
thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
We actually, South by Southwest was going on in Austin. We got to go
Nice.
out there, which was cool. Just we timed it up at around the same time.
Yeah.
But we didn't play in Austin or in like anywhere
Okay.
super duper cool.
No,
But
we played in some really sweet spots, but those during South by, we just had some days off that like lined up. So we ran into some friends from a band called Hate Drugs. We met up with them, and they're really, really good friends of ours, and love David from there, like from Hate Drugs. He's like one of the most talented dudes we know, and they actually got started like right around the same time in Bakersfield that we became a band. Which is where Cody and I met actually. And then we ended up moving over to Ventura. But it's so super cool to be able to watch those guys.
Hate Drugs.
She called and I came and I heard her say my name.
Do you know Fashion Jackson?
Fashion.
yes, we don't.
They give a shout out to Hate Drugs on their episode last week.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, we're. I don't think we've met the guys from Fashion Jackson, but Hate Drugs talks about them quite a bit, and they're always like, dude, you got to go see them play.
Yeah.
And I know that Fashion Jackson also likes Hate Drugs, but
Yeah.
They're all good
absolutely.
boys.
They're a little bit different, more like hip hop, R&B. They got some like alternative vibes in there. They're definitely unique.
Different hotel every night, man, I couldn't sleep. But it's the time that we got wasted in the embassy. We rode out of San Diego in the Odyssey.
So how does Elk Grove come into the equation? Who's from there? Because that is a city, correct?
That is, yeah.
Okay.
That is
so you
me.
were born there?
No, and it's always really embarrassing when people are like, "Oh, Elk Grove, like
Well, cool. Let's
Sacramento."
talk about it. No.
No, it's not. It's not. I was raised there, 9 years, lived there. I grew up there. I was born in Berkeley, but the name really has nothing to do with the city.
Right.
We
Yeah.
used to have another band name, and that name was actually already taken, which was a significant bummer. A lot of our friends were like, don't even worry about it, you know. But
Yeah.
I'd rather be the only band that pops up
Right.
when you search the name and stuff. So
cool.
we were working on a song, and we were gonna call it Elk Grove.
Mm-hmm.
And it just kind of fell into place. Like Cody just was like, what if we just call the band Elk Grove? And yeah,
a good name.
It's kind of It's, all right. It's cool because we get messages like people are driving
You
through
see the city and shit when you Google it. You know,
Yeah,
obviously
yeah, dude, which
you got to
is-
do like Elk Grove Band or whatever.
Yeah,
but whatever.
That makes it difficult to find us. But when people are going through like that area, if people are
Right.
traveling, I can't tell you how many texts I've got. They're like, "I'm in Elk Grove right now." Like, and so like, that's cool. You know,
That's rad. You
Yeah.
guys are getting around, man. It's funny how social media kind of connects everyone these days. You know, I
Yeah.
see you guys staying active, and I've been rocking you out for a while, and it's fucking good production, good sound.
Thank you.
Yeah, you guys are killing it. You did play the Through Being Cool Fest at the Irenic,
Yes.
dude, with My American Heart. That was
Yes.
that was a good one. You want to
Yeah.
talk about that?
That was super cool. I got to run into the guys from Dead American.
Yeah.
That I actually had just done a run with them. They jumped on with Thomas Rock and Demon and Me. I play guitar in that band as well. So
Okay.
shout out to them.
Demon and Me. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Insert them now.
They're so dope. Cove Reber from Seosin fronts that band, and he's a childhood
Holy
hero.
shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't
know that.
fangirl as much as I thought I was going to. I kept my composure for once in my life, but I was like, I'm sitting across from Cove eating a
Right.
burger at In-N-Out, and I'm like shaking a little bit.
That's rad.
So don't tell him, but I totally snuck a picture of him.
Did you?
Yeah, 100%.
You fangirl.
I
love it.
I did it. I did
totally
it.
would as well, bro. You know?
were like on tour with him. Right?
Kind of. So they
Yeah.
jumped on the run really early in their earlier days, yeah, which is recent. But yeah, getting to run into those guys at that show at the Irenic, like I was just so stoked, and they remembered my name, dude.
Yeah.
So that was dope.
And shout out to Through Being Cool, man. Derek
Heck
Hubbard
yeah.
and Steven
Dude,
Ora.
Those guys are awesome.
Yeah, those guys killing it. And they really pump their shows. They do the emo night at Blonde. Mm-hmm. And that was a banger show, dude.
Yeah,
They're very, very supportive too of all the
Yeah, they're
bands
just
that
cool guys.
they just they're really passionate about what they're doing, and they set
Totally.
it up very well.
Yeah, I saw, dude. I wasn't able to make it because I had to work, but they had like the TV screens, and
Yeah.
they had like a good vibe there, dude. It looked really cool.
It was tight. It was super fun.
And Alive and Well was there as well. I want to shout that out.
Yeah.
They're local boys. Matt Vernon, Mike Mule. Shout out to them. How you liking the Halloween decorations?
Oh,
I'm
so
digging it.
good.
I kind of forgot that Halloween was right around the corner.
Yeah.
Hey, bro,
Until
I say
started-
Labor Day comes, it's fucking Halloween.
You're
dude.
ready. You got the skeletons out, boy.
Yeah.
Well, all the like Halloween store signs are up already, and I was like, oh,
Yeah, fuck it.
dang, I forgot.
It's just so like commercialized, huh? It's like these stores are like, dang, we can start making money. Let's do this.
Yeah, like
you know?
all of Target changes
Right.
immediately.
Right. It's like October comes, and I swear to God, it's Christmas.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
It's like summer's over, bro. Christmas is here, dude.
Yeah.
I don't like that Thanksgiving just gets
They get
overlooked.
skipped a little bit.
That's
huh?
my holiday. If
That's
there's a
not-
holiday that I have, it's Thanksgiving. I will eat everything
fucking
and like
eating,
I'm not
bro.
about candy. I don't like candy because it makes me feel
Oh,
sick.
dude,
it makes
I'm a
me
candy
sad,
guy, bro.
dude.
I'll
I
kill
can't.
it.
I love Reese's. Get me Reese's. That's it. But
Okay.
also like turkey and stuffing and mashed potatoes, cranberry sauce, all
the
of it.
perfect
Dude.
mix, right? Like,
is.
why aren't we doing this more than once a year?
Yeah.
Twice
Twice
I'll hit
at
up
least.
Boston Market every once in a while,
Yeah.
dude. It's like drive-through Thanksgiving. It's pretty
Yeah,
crazy.
Love it, dude.
But yeah, anyways, we got some Halloween decorations, and next week will be our first official like Halloween episode. So we'll
Nice.
have some fun kind of questions and stuff like that. But Cool, dude. Matt and Cody, nice to chat with you guys. Pleasure to have you guys here. We're going to do a couple of segments, and then you guys are going to jam a couple songs, bro.
Sounds good.
All right.
Looking forward to
I like it.
Anything coming up, actually, before we get started? I didn't see any shows.
We are pulling back from playing shows.
Okay.
You're
pulling out.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Never pull out.
Okay.
Oh.
Damn, kids.
Sorry.
Damn, kids. Do not take that advice.
It's a life role. Just kidding.
It's a life rule. And how many kids do you have?
Well, my stuff doesn't work, so that's why.
Oh, no shit? Let's get into that. Okay. So no shows right now. Are you guys recording soon or anything going on?
Small things. Like, so we are playing a show in Ventura
Cool.
at what's it called? Concrete Jungle. It's just a local thing. So we're just kind of telling our friends about it. We're not posting online a lot about it. But yeah, we're recording a lot of pre-pro right now and writing for our full length that we want to put out. And we've decided to kind of take this as seriously as we can. You only get one first record, and so we want to isolate that work and put all our energy into that.
Hell yeah. With the same studio
Yes, yeah.
as the River and Sun?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Awesome, man.
So very, very excited to hear, more good production songs. I feel like
Me
there's
too.
always a moment where you finish writing a song and maybe it's your demo or whatever, and it sounds okay, but then you go get it recorded and mixed and mastered and everything, and it turns out blowing your mind. I think that's what I'm excited for, because it's that moment that you get a mix sent back to you and you're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, I can't wait to hear the rest of the record. I can't wait to hear this song when it's completely polished.
Absolutely.
It's like
Isn't
the
that the funnest part, where you're at like the 90% mark and it's like, dude, they're just gonna, it's like the sprinkles on the cake, dude,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Josh
it's the
brings
best.
so much to those records, like those
Josh
songs
does.
and stuff. Yeah, Joshua Unit. That guy, anytime we've had a demo that we put together, we put our heart into and work on, like in our own house, and we bring to him that we're like, hey, let's track this out. He brings so much life to it, dude. It's insane. And
That's rad.
I want to keep working with that guy forever, dude.
Cool.
I love that guy.
That's kind of the hat of a good producer.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Like they just bring it to life somehow. The first thing I noticed when I listen to you guys, dude, is your tones. You guys have a lot of great, you guys have an all-around great sound, and you can tell every player is legit. You guys are all good at what you're doing. But your guitar tones, like for my band, I came up with some ideas, dude. You guys give me some ideas. Like,
Sick.
you don't always have to be distorted.
right.
First and foremost, bro. Like, you guys have these cool, clean parts and the choruses that kind of jump out underneath the distortion,
Sweet.
And I think a lot of people do that, but you guys do it really well, man.
Thank you very much.
That's all, Matt. I think that because I play guitar and I write,
Cool.
but I think that I've gleaned off of his pursuit for guitar tone is
Tones.
it's kind of like,
Are you a tone
rubbed off-
junkie a bit?
Yeah.
He's
I
a
never
mega
have
tone
been, bro.
junkie.
I've changed
I'm just
amps
like,
more
I
than
got
my
distortion.
socks, dude.
Cool, good. Let's go.
Yeah.
That's how I am. I want to streamline it. I want it to be the same thing. I want to,
I'm not that good of a guitarist, so I have to get my good, from my tone.
guy.
From a guitar standpoint, you guys are doing it.
Thank you.
Your guitar parts are really well produced and well thought out, in my opinion.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll take
You're like,
all
no,
the
you are
credit.
wrong, bro. You are wrong.
I think if you write a cool part, if you're playing it with the right kind of drive or the right kind of like layers on it and stuff, like it can sound that much cooler, that much better than if you're
Totally.
just like, oh, this is just my drive,
Absolutely. No, 100%.
Options, different guitars, different amps, different pedals, different sounds. Like try something new.
So there's this song that I heard called Keys. This fucking intro, dude. It's pretty dope. Because I play keys, bro. So is there some delay on that?
Yeah, it's like a Rhodes piano with like a bunch of verb.
It's a Rhodes, okay.
Yeah. Everything on this
That's
song,
legit,
I think,
bro.
has been run through a Chase Bliss Audio Warp vinyl.
Okay.
So like that's like a vibrato pedal that kind of adds a lot of like lo-fi. So shout out to them.
Yeah.
That's kind of how we got that sound for this song.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, that's a Rhodes piano with some delay and
The
drive
Rhodes,
and-
bro. You
yeah.
can't go wrong. They've been around forever, huh?
Yeah, it sounds so good.
Yeah, that sounded
Sounds
really
so
good. That
sweet.
really
Thank
stuck
you.
out to have some keys in there. So cool. We'll do a couple segments, dude. Rapid fire.
Fire.
Beatles or Stones?
Stones.
Uh-oh. Fist fight each other.
Fight right now.
Fight. Nirvana or Pearl Jam?
Nirvana.
That's so hard.
I swear like 5% of guests say Pearl Jam over Nirvana.
I'm
one of them, dude.
I'm gonna say Nirvana.
Are you?
But I do love Pearl Jam.
I think if Nirvana, like, if Kurt Cobain survived and they continued writing, they would have, in my opinion, blown away Pearl Jam,
Yeah.
But they only have 3 studio albums.
Right.
They didn't put out much. But in that time, dude, holy shit, they changed everything almost,
Their range of music is what blows me away still. Like
Nirvana.
the way that they could be so aggressive and punk rock, but then they could also write like such slower songs that you could see even in like Dave Grohl's writing with Foo Fighters. Like
Totally.
the softer, like kind of laid
Something
back.
in the way.
Yeah,
Something in the way.
yeah.
I heard he was laying down when he recorded that. He was laying on his back with the vocal mic on top of it.
I did not know that.
Just to keep it like as chill as possible.
I'm gonna try that.
Right?
I'm gonna.
I know.
Try
I
that
want
next
to.
time.
Yeah.
Like try recording upside down.
Yeah,
Upside down. You guys are vampires
or
in your
eating-
in your van, bro.
Yes.
You know.
Yes, just hang upside down in a cloak. You know what I mean?
Oh shit! Biggest musical influence. And pick one, bro. Got to pick one. I know it's tough.
In and out double doubles.
Unreal.
I was thinking a musician, but hey, hamburgers work too.
I mean, that's what I get inspired most.
I don't know. I'd probably say The Offspring.
Hell yeah, dude. I was just thinking about that, man. Yeah.
Because I think they gave me a lot of this, like, juice for rock. You know what I mean?
Like in
This
the 90s
drive. Yeah, I was just a kid listening to this stuff for the first time.
Oh yeah.
And nobody shoved it in front of my face. It wasn't on the radio. It wasn't.
Right.
I just kind of stumbled through my dad's CDs, found them, and I was like, I'm in love with this. It was genuine, So I think I could probably attribute a lot of my like aggressive nature towards rock and roll and like what I enjoy out of it from them. I think
Dad was rocking the Offspring, huh?
Dad was rocking the Offspring.
Shout out to Dad. Holy shit. It's usually like,
Thanks, Dad.
yeah, Led Zeppelin and shit like that.
Well,
That's
it
cool.
started with AC/DC.
There you go.
He's a
There you
big
go.
AC/DC
Okay,
fan.
cool. Shout out to the parents,
Shout out to the parents.
supporters. Yeah,
Hi,
Hell yeah.
Dad.
I'm sure they'll be listening.
My father, Curtis. My mother, Winona.
Right on. Very cool. Describe Elk Grove in one word.
Oh, I saw this word today, and I think that this kind of encapsulates it. Sassafras.
Okay.
I think sassafras.
Explain.
Yeah, define that, please.
We have a little bit of sass, and we have a little bit of frass. Sassafras.
I think of Sassafras Roots when I hear that word by Green Day, dude. I think it's a Green Day song.
I'm a big Green Day fan.
Fucking A, man.
Wasn't there a Devil Wears Prada song?
Oh God! All right, man, listen.
Was there a song called Set?
Yeah, there was.
Was
yeah.
there? Okay.
Yeah.
It was. All right, cool.
I do like Devil Wears Prada though too, but yeah, I think that's a good word. I think that there's a lot of chaos in our band, and I think that there's a lot of it comes together. I think we like to stretch and come back together, and there's a lot of dynamic in our music, and I think that can kind of be like.
He said one word.
Slinky. How about a slinky?
Slinky.
You stretch it out and then you come.
I chose sassafras, so I have to stand by
yeah,
that.
you
You
gotta
can
stand
choose
by it.
slinky if you like.
Go ahead.
Maybe.
You want?
Choose your word, slinky. Choose slinky.
I have none.
You got nothing.
I got nothing.
What?
Good
slinky.
talk.
I choose two.
Oh, okay. All right. My word would be ambiguous. I don't know.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
That's a good one.
Okay.
That was a cop-out word, though. I couldn't think of anything.
Ambiguous.
That's all good. It works.
Like you don't know what it is. Like you're like unsure of it. Are you leaving?
Unsure of myself.
Are you quitting right here, right now?
Yeah, ambiguous. Sure.
Cool. Local band shout out. And I know you could think of 100, as could I. Let's think of one. Try to shout out one that you guys are.
River Boy.
River Boy. What's up with River Boy?
So that's our guitar player Landon's
Okay.
project
Dope.
that he started a while back.
Cool.
And now I play drums for River Boy.
Oh, cool, man.
So, yeah, it's awesome. It's very I don't want to say like stoner rock.
Yeah,
but it's got a little bit of
more
that
groove
vibe
kinda.
to it. Like it's got like an older feel, but there's a lot of. He's very creative, and he's
Like Fish.
like Geddy Lee, like
Okay.
but stoner version. I don't know.
There
I'm
you go.
sure Geddy Lee liked to dabble, but you know, like, it's like Rush meets.
Fuck yeah.
I don't know, dude. It's
Grateful
it's-
Dead.
yeah. But it's harder than that. It's heavy. Like it's heavy and it hits hard and it's about a lot of very real stuff. Like Landon's a very direct kind of guy, and it's kind of selfish for us to like plug him because he's so affiliated with our band. But honestly, he's an incredible musician and he deserves like so much like recognition. And he puts all of his heart into his music, dude. He's he's
Shout out Landon. Does he sing?
He
Who
does.
sings for that band?
He does.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Right on.
he's a
Kind
very,
of his passion project, maybe a little bit.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Not that you guys aren't,
Yeah.
but yeah.
No, that's his baby for sure.
Cool.
And I think what I like most about that band is that what he's doing is trying to tell stories, and they're
Right on.
very deep and they're very intricate. He's very good at it. His dad's a writer, and I think he just got some of that from him as well.
Does he write in Elk Grove or not so much?
No, that's been a lot more of
The
Matt
two
and
of you.
I.
Sure.
Yeah.
So that gives him an outlet a little bit to write. Yeah. Cool.
And he loves it. I think it's a way for him to play a show without the pressure of like, he
Do they
just
like
gets to
me?
show
Do
up
they
and
like
rock.
this or whatever?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Hell
He's
yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
Cool, dude. How about a fan shout out? Who's your number one fan?
Who do we have fans?
Or a stalker?
do we have fans?
You have to, bro.
Oh,
Come
gosh.
on. Who's someone that comes to mind that really
Who likes our music?
shows up to every local show? Or maybe you don't. No.
Yeah, maybe we don't.
Hey, you're like, Mom. No.
Yeah, my mom.
I'd have to shout out my parents, my brother, family members.
What's crazy? I feel like we've honestly. I don't like to look at people as like this sounds so cliche, but we've become friends, so close friends with so many
Totally.
people that are affiliated with the band that it's hard to look at just like, oh, a fan, a person that I know just comes out because they like the band and stuff, and so like there's so many friends that come to mind, man. Like
Right on.
Nathaniel I'd say Natty from Bakersfield. I've seen him come out to a handful of shows. He's very supportive.
Yeah.
He's a friend of ours as well. I think he was a friend before he was a fan of the music, but
Cool.
And there's there's
Or
definitely
even
some
like
people-
John from Sweatpants, dude, like came down like
Another
like
band.
yeah, dude.
That's
he's
the
such a
thing.
sweet
Like
guy.
bands are super supportive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bands will come out to your shows.
Yeah.
I think it's because it's a good community. The music community is very supportive. But I think bands know that other bands want people there, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
They want heads to be there, so they're
For sure.
supportive in that regard.
Yeah.
I'd say there's a few people up in Seattle too that have always kind of stayed connected with us, and
Yeah.
are always asking questions about when music's coming out or when we're
Wow.
releasing something, which is pretty cool. So it's cool to go to a place that seems like just so far away from here,
Yeah.
which it is, but to stay connected with people that are like, I'm keeping up with you. I want to know what you're doing because I like it.
Totally.
That's a very good feeling.
The
So
awesome,
right.
dude. If I could isolate one, if I could choose one moment that had like blown my mind, this guy Jeremiah from Odessa. That like I said, he found us through Spotify. Came out to the show, random show in Odessa, Texas. We'd never been there before. He knew like every word to like
Wow,
every song, dude.
that's
and
rad.
that like. It broke my heart in the right way. You know what I mean? I was
Right.
just like, I'm looking at somebody that was moved by this
Right.
music that seemed so superficial to write music in a room or surrounded by no one, and then you go out and you realize that impacted somebody, and that was just so incredible.
Fulfilling, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
that's rad.
Super cool.
That's way cool. Best frontman in history.
Michael Jackson.
Yeah, good answer.
Freddie Mercury.
Yeah, great answers. What's your favorite thing to do outside of music? What are you guys into?
Cook crack.
Yeah.
Cook up crack.
That one's
with
fun.
Walter White.
Yeah. I think movie watching is,
Yeah, right
is
on.
one of my favorite things to do. I hate it because it's such a lazy thing to do. Like,
Little bit,
I
huh?
want to go sit down and munch on this.
Right. Such a
Just just sit there and
Such a
stare at a
comforting
screen.
thing, I know. Yeah.
But I love stories,
Right.
and I can't wait to go sit in the theater and just watch something.
Hell yeah. What's your genre? I'm super into horror.
I love horror.
Do you?
I love horror. Yeah,
I'm seeing
But
the Three from Hell tonight.
Are you the Rob Zombie?
Yeah, I got the pre-tickets and everything.
Is this a limited screening or something, or is this
I think so, dude.
It doesn't
Yeah.
sound like it's a big release type thing. I mean, but that also sounds like a Rob Zombie thing to do.
Pretty much, yeah. It's going to be released on DVD next month. So what does that tell you?
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. In a
but
week
we'll
and
see.
a half on
Yeah.
Blu-ray.
Yeah. We'll see. It's getting mixed reviews.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
I think kind of a drama, action, something around there. I fell in love with Christopher Nolan, and like
kills it, dude.
his style. It's just very like captivating, like Inception.
Dude, insane.
It's got some action, it's got some drama, but there's a lot of layers.
Right.
To
Still don't understand that movie. No.
Yeah.
That's an in-depth movie, dude.
I like the movies that make me have to watch it again, because then I'm like, you got my money, and you got my time, you
Did
got
you
my
see
focus.
Us by Jordan Peele?
No,
I gotta check
Was
that one
that
out.
the scary one?
Yeah. He did Get Out. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah.
But those are like thinker thrillers for sure.
Yeah.
Like you got to watch it a couple times to figure out what the fuck's going on there.
I liked Get Out, but the ending was so weird because it just like his buddy came in. It was like all of a
Yeah.
sudden happy, like I told you not to
Right.
go there. Let's go home.
Right. There's some comedy involved
I would
there.
be crying and shitting my
Spoiler
pants.
alert. Yeah.
Did you see
yeah.
Midsummer?
Dude, everyone keeps asking me that, man.
Have you seen it then?
No.
Well, then go see it.
I know. Go
You-
see it,
Dude,
asshole.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I audibly went, "Oh my god!"
Really?
This theater, and
Slow though,
I
right?
usually don't
Like a
ta-
slow
I don't
burner?
talk.
Okay.
It's it's the eeriest and most eerie, I guess.
Yeah.
Creepiest. Like everything's broad daylight. Everything is shot from like. The angles are just done so well. Like you're looking at this, okay, spoilers, I guess, but like there's a scene where these two people commit suicide and you're sitting there watching it slow. And it's like you're sitting there real time, no like full on cuts, like to cut for time, whatever.
Right.
This woman like slits her hands, like puts her blood on this rock and full on jumps off and you
Wow.
watch it and there's no music and it's just like the sound like of her just hitting this rock, dude.
Very realistic.
And then
Shit.
and then this dude right after her, and that's where I was like, oh my god, like I'm gonna watch
give
this
away too
person.
much, bro.
I'm sorry, dude.
Just be vague.
Okay, and then something happened.
Yeah, man.
Say something. Someone totally fucked up Three
I
from
said
Hell
spoilers,
for me, dude.
you know.
Three from Hell. Like I'm not gonna. Yeah. No, I know you did. I know you did.
Sorry. All right.
I read a total spoiler on Three from Hell, and I'm not gonna say it on the podcast, but it's like, fuck.
That sucks.
Did I just ruin-
Someone dies. No, it's cool.
Okay.
I want to see that.
I'll just jump in the pool, dude. It's okay.
Yeah,
Just
totally do
get
it.
in.
Fashion Jackson jumped in with their clothes on.
Right on the podcast.
Yep. Well, after.
During, so
Like
if
not-
I put the mic on the pool, and
Let's not do that, bro.
Oh, okay.
Electronics and water. I don't
Oh,
know,
yeah,
bro. I don't know about that.
I mean, that could have been the
mix.
best part. It's okay.
We could do this.
No.
If it'll
no.
stretch out.
No,
You're like, no. I'm over it.
I don't really have anything else to talk about, anyways. I'm just trying to stretch some time.
You're just out of there.
Have
Yeah,
you ever
yeah.
thought about doing an underwater podcast? Is that possible?
Fuck, dude, that'd be dope.
Do you think that's? I don't even know if you
You'd
could
have
do
to
it.
get in like an airtight bubble, maybe, and
I guess it wouldn't really be like in the water. Yeah, you couldn't do
you'd
that.
have X amount of time, depending on the amount of oxygen you have in that bubble, kind of thing.
Or just everybody puts scuba suits on. I'm sorry. Let's.
Coming to you next week, Palapalooza underwater, folks. Let's go. What's a favorite local venue, dude? Up in
Ventura.
yeah. What's your spot up there?
I like the tavern. I love the tavern.
tavern, okay,
Go there
cool.
all the time. It's a great
Awesome.
spot. Great people.
Yeah, it's a really cool old like bar that I think used to be a house at some point.
Okay.
It's really old, like wooden. They have like these upstairs rooms. There's these little random rooms and random spots, like kind of like little nooks in different places. But yeah, that's
Oh,
a
yeah.
fun
The tavern.
little place to play.
Close
for
to your
sure.
house.
Yeah,
Right down the
yeah.
street.
Cool.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Wheel this shit down there, huh?
Yeah, I literally
Basically.
ride my like amp case behind the car.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Holding on to it.
Hell yeah, dude. What's the worst mishap at a show?
People
Talk
don't come. No one's there.
Yeah. I know, right?
Ugh.
Couple heads.
What's something?
On our first tour, we got to, I think it was Reno, and we had like some malfunctions with the backing tracks,
Okay.
and just got a little frustrating, and both Matt and I were trying to figure. I don't know how to work the interface and how to bypass the problems. I'm not very good with it, and I'm trying to learn more. But I basically have to at some point go like, Matt, can you like come fix it? I don't know what to do.
Right.
And I think it was in Reno. I don't remember if that's exactly where it was, but that was probably one of the worst things that was going on, because I could tell the click was off, and it was like echoing somehow, and it wasn't on with the track, and it was doing some weird thing where it was like glitching out in the middle of the song. And I remember like messing up and trying to rip my headphones out and trying to like also turn it off at the same time while keeping the song going. That's the most difficult thing.
Yeah.
Also,
you get the most, like, I mean, classic tracks not working, kick drum breaking, and all that kind of stuff. Like, our music hasn't been so chaotic where people are like scrambling all over the stage and stuff like that. Which totally, if you're listening to this, come out and jump on the stage. All right, take the freaking mic. You know,
you want that to happen.
I love that. Oh, like
I do too. I welcome that.
I busted my tooth. I like actually have a chip in my tooth from like our last tour. Yeah,
Let's
I
see
like
it.
pulled my. It's like right. It's,
a little bit.
It's very small. It's very small. It's
Okay.
right there.
Yeah. Did someone hit the mic stand?
I hit my own face with my guitar.
Yeah,
so I pulled my
dude.
guitar up and I go, bah! Like it just like the guitar just comes down and like busts me in the tooth, and I'm like, I am full on bleeding, like for sure. Yeah. Like hit my face, like my nose and stuff, dude. Hurt.
Kept going. Didn't skip a beat.
Oh no, I was crying.
You were crying.
I was crying.
Opposite. I was crying like a baby.
Of course I was.
Oh,
but
that's rad.
I sang through it.
our last show that we played,
Yeah.
my kick pedal got jacked up, and there's like a hinge or something on it that needs to be tightened up with an Allen wrench, and I didn't know because I couldn't figure out like why it wasn't springing back, and so we were playing a new song for the first time, really pumped about it, super nervous. And I had to stop almost 30 seconds into it, and just the look on Matt's face when he turned around and looked at me was like, what is going on? Like, this is not how we wanted to play this song for the first time. You just stopped. And I was like, I'm so sorry. But I need a new kick drum pedal. Has anybody got one? So someone ran one up to me. Yeah.
Another band or something.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It happens, dude. Thickens your skin a bit, you know?
Yeah, it makes me
Technical
not
shit.
try to take things as seriously.
Yeah.
You know? I would rather just be like, hey.
Yeah. Some of the busiest bands I've had on here talk about technical mishaps, and they just say brush it off, dude. Like the worst thing you could do is get angry, because most people don't really notice, dude. The average fan, they're like, play it off. Fuck it.
Our last show, I thought, was my worst show I've ever played. I listened to some recordings, and I was like, that was so wrong. Like, that was not as bad as I was making it out to be.
Right.
I was so good.
It wasn't.
That's
it
weird
wasn't
how that
like
can
it was,
happen, huh?
It's just I didn't notice it like I felt it. You know what I mean? Like as I was listening to it, I was like, all right, but that wasn't. If I was on the other side of the stage, I don't think I would be hanging on to it like I was when I was freshly got off the stage, going like, dude, I messed up so much.
Right. Yeah.
What was cool about that though? It was my birthday that show, and somebody like had Postmated donuts. That wasn't I found out who it was. They had Postmated donuts to the venue, and right when his kick drum broke, our buddy Ozzy walked over to the side of the stage with a box of donuts. I was like, hey, we're not going to play music, but we have a box of donuts for you. Come get donuts.
One of the best solutions possible. Technical
Sorry,
mishap.
but hey, got some donuts
Here
for
is sugar, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
great.
rad. What's a band you guys want to see that you haven't? Like a big, popular band.
I've got a lot, but I would definitely say Foo Fighters.
You haven't seen them, huh?
I have not seen.
Yeah, they
Foo.
kill it.
Yeah,
I want to see Viejas. Yeah, they're good. They're good.
There's this band that I just recently got into called Dry Jacket.
Okay.
They're like really mathy and like very weird vocal lines and like different lyrics that you wouldn't really like. I think they talk about elbows or something like that in one of their songs. And
with a name like Dry Jacket, dude, they must be
they're
sort of
sick.
unique a little bit.
Yeah, and it's like that like Midwest post emo math kind of stuff, but it's a lot more like, hey, what's up? We're an actual band.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Than that, because like post emo stuff has a tendency to just be like, hey, check out my open tuning.
Right.
So, but
That's funny.
They're
Dude.
way more than that. They're super cool, really great songwriters. I'd love to see them.
Insert Dry Jacket now.
Another aspect of this story's been
What's a favorite music-related movie?
Sound of Music. Like, that's just the
Yeah,
first
tough.
thing
You're
that
fucking with me.
came to my. I don't mean like music related.
Well, dude,
You mean musical,
so
or
many.
what do you
Have
mean,
you seen
like Sound of Music?
No, like Bohemian Rhapsody. You know, like fucking Walk the Line. That thing you do, bro. Like,
got it.
you know, anything involving a band, Spinal Tap. I don't know. You're a movie
You
connoisseur.
Yeah. There's a Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah, versus the world. Yeah.
Good evening. My name is Crash. These are the boys.
Is that girl a boy too?
Yes.
You know, I've never seen that all the way through.
It's such an interesting movie. I'm not super into like that style of movie, I guess.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I like a more realistic,
Totally.
stuff. But that movie sucked me in, and I was like, "This is great."
Nice.
I thought it was really good. It was
We've
really
had that
cool.
brought up before. Yeah, pretty funny, huh?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Reveal something about yourself that most people would know. And we've had people say that they have 3 testicles on here. We've had people say that
People would know or would not know.
would not know.
That people would not
You know,
know.
like your average fan. It doesn't have to be
Okay,
super
okay.
personal, but maybe something about yourself that.
What do I want to tell people right
I
now
know,
that
like,
will
what am I
be on the
comfortable-
internet history forever?
I'm trying to think of something good, but
I have a lot of gray hair.
I
Dude,
like
I'm
to.
getting there, bro.
I have a lot of gray hair.
Yeah, but
and
that's not something people don't know, dude.
What?
That's
No,
not.
hey, notice that
that's
within the
obvious.
first 5 minutes, bro. No. How old are you?
25.
Damn. Are you serious? You have a lot of gray hair? I don't see any.
Yes.
You can
I'm
see it
wearing a
right.
hat.
I could look. I'm looking at it
You can
right
see-
now.
No, it's all over. So I bleached my hair a while ago, like freaking as platinum as I could get it.
No
And then I was
shit.
like, this was a terrible plan. And then it started to grow out, and I started to dye it back, and then it turned red, and then now it's like growing out. So the tips are like getting like orangey blonde.
Right.
And then you could see the here. I'll just. You know what I
You're
mean?
stressing your shit out, bro.
Also,
That's
I'm
what's
really,
going
really
on.
scared. Please like my band, and my hair will turn back to brown. Do you see it?
Yeah.
I mean, like
a little
maybe
bit.
it's like it's in the sunlight, dude. Sometimes people really
I know. It's
point it out like I'm not self-conscious of it. Like they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh my gosh, you have so much gray hair!"
Right.
And I'm like,
I started dyeing my beard. That's probably something that most people don't know, but I'm 38, bro, so I'm a little bit older.
Yeah, but that's
kidding.
like that's.
And my pubic hair. No, just kidding.
That's
wow, ooh,
Just
dyeing
kidding.
your pubic hair. That would
Good
be,
lord, can you imagine, dude? When I start getting the grays down below, dude, that's
I
when
have
it's.
gray- I have,
That's
like,
when
gray
you. That's when you
eyebrows.
got to switch up the color scheme completely.
Just
like
go red.
green or purple
change-
or something wild. Have some fun with
Punk
it.
rock pubic hair.
Yeah. Well,
Dude, like a mohawk down there.
I've used what's it called, Just for Men, because I'm super
Yeah, I do
blonde.
too. You
and
do
like,
the 2 lines, right? And then you mix them together.
Yeah, and I didn't realize how good that works.
Right.
Like, but my hair is so light, or at least it used to be a lot lighter.
Yeah.
And so I was self-conscious about my mustache not being like strong and dark
Right.
enough.
You got
So
the
I
very blue eyes. Your eyes are like
They're piercing. They're a little
captivating.
They can be
piercing.
They can be kind of scary.
Beautiful, bro.
So-
Beautiful.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah.
Unreal. You want my number?
That's my wife over there.
Oh, hi. Sorry. Okay, I'll give you my fun fact. I like steamed broccoli with mayonnaise.
With mayonnaise.
My mom
Is
used to
that good?
make that for me when I was a kid, and it was delicious.
I'll take your word for it. It
It's
fucking
very,
doesn't
very
sound
good.
good, but
It doesn't, but it is.
it probably is though, dude. Yeah.
It's like-
like in
disagree.
Pulp
I think
Fiction,
it's probably
over
gross.
in France, I think they dip their French fries in mayonnaise, right?
Yeah.
I seen him do it, man. They fucking drown him in this shit.
Or peanut butter pizza. Have you ever had that?
What?
That's pretty
no.
cool.
Oh, yeah, I have had
fantastic.
that. Spicy
not
peanut
really.
butter.
Pizza.
Peanut
I'm
butter
fucking
pizza's
all
good.
about that though.
That's good.
Yeah, I'd try that. Huh? Crazy. Okay, we're getting to know Elk Grove, folks. We're getting to know them. We're gonna dream under the Palapa before we have you guys jam. All right?
Cool.
If you could tour with any current band, who would you guys pick?
Valley Heart.
Valley Heart.
Hey, look at us. Pay attention to us. Hello.
Valley Heart. Hello. Hello.
Just kidding, guys. For real though, like those.
Is that a local band?
No, I think they're from the East Coast somewhere.
Okay. Insert them now.
Was it in me not to see you, not to close my eyes and turn?
They are sick. They are so sweet.
Cool.
Their music is so about everything that's going on in my heart all the time, and
Like a
dude, they
post
just-
rock kind of thing?
Yeah, post rock.
You guys consider yourself post rock, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you guys get confused with genres?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm not the only one.
I hate it. I can't stand it.
I swear to God, I
anymore.
host a music podcast. I've been a musician for 20 years. I still don't know all the fucking genres, bro.
It's annoying.
Yeah.
I remember when the Hate Drugs boys and us, and JJ, our buddy JJ,
Yeah.
he used to play guitar with us. He's kind of formed the band with us, and we were all sitting around talking about like these fake genres, and we're like, oh yeah, haha, like dream pop, like
Right.
a long time ago, and now they're all genres,
They are?
and
Oh
I
my
can't
God.
stand it. I'm like, what, dude?
Is dream pop a genre?
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty
Is it?
sure. Yeah.
Yeah, dream pop.
It was like a
on.
joke.
They're
we were
all
just
branches from like, rock, pop,
Yeah.
hip hop. There's branches, and there's just fucking way too many branches.
How would you
dude, know?
explain your band to your grandma? You know what I mean? That's
Right.
the way I look at the most
Totally.
vague. I'm in a rock band, grandma.
A rock band.
We play
Exactly.
loud rock music.
Exactly. Like I
promise.
just say Green Day. We're like Green Day.
We're
Yeah.
like
to
Green
like
Day.
my parents' fucking, friends.
Exactly. Yeah.
We sound just like the Beatles, Dad.
Yeah.
We're really good. You would love us.
Oh fuck, that's funny. So, did you have a band you'd want to tour with? Maybe Foo Fighters or?
This is gonna sound lame, but we have some friends in Silent Planet, and I would love to go on tour with them because I love
so
watching
lame.
them play.
That's
So
so
lame,
lame.
dude.
It's lame, I know.
I'm just kidding.
It's lame.
Silent Planet. Okay, cool. If you won the lottery tomorrow, what's the first thing you'd buy?
More lottery tickets.
Yeah,
A bunch
You're
more
a
lottery
genius,
tickets,
bro.
dude.
Yeah, you just
Keep it
waste all
going.
your fucking millions.
I think I'd buy my car.
Buy your car? Okay.
Yeah, that'd be the first thing I'd do. Is
Like pay your car off.
pay my car off. Yeah,
You guys would probably build a studio, right? A recording
That would be
studio.
second,
You'd
because
get a
I'd wanna-
sick van or a bus.
oh yeah.
Oh, I have a
Right?
sick van. Don't worry about that.
I'd
Okay.
definitely.
4
the
inches
coffin-
from
the coffin
We
van.
have the coffin. Dude. I don't know what you're talking about.
You get a larger coffin.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know.
How much is the lottery? How much is like the millions?
Let's
whatever?
just say, bro, if you got the amount of money that you just never have to worry about fucking money again, bro. You know, like 200 million.
I would go straight to the store and get every type of cereal that I wanted, and not feel bad about it. I'd be like,
That's it. That would be like maybe $100,000, dude. Maybe. Not even.
shit, that's a fucking-
100,000.
You couldn't go down to the nearest store and buy all their fucking cereal. It'd be like what, $500?
Yeah. What are you
I
talking
mean,
about? 100,000? I'm not gonna buy the whole thing.
I
I'll
thought
just
you
buy
meant
one
like
of each.
all of cereal, like
No.
every cereal. I'd buy Kellogg's.
I'd buy the fucking company, bro.
Yeah, I'd buy the
Yeah, yeah,
company.
yeah.
I'd want to splurge first. You know, I would be like, before I start being smart with this,
Right.
let me go screw around a little bit.
Yeah, let's get some cocaine involved. Let's get some strippers.
Yeah.
Let's- yeah.
Or I would want to buy a mountain or something and then make people climb up it or something like that. Like, be like, put a certain amount of money up on the top of like, I'm looking
Just
at that mountain.
fuck with people.
I'd put like money at the top and be like, go get it.
And set like death traps on the way. You do
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a Hunger Games
I'd
kind of
just
thing.
get
huh?
a paintball, like
Yeah,
a squad of
just fuck
paintball
with them.
people. Just pop, 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 line up, dude, and just shoot.
I wouldn't mind
That's
paying.
terrible. I don't know.
I wouldn't mind paying to build my own like wipeout course.
Fuck
and
yeah.
invite my
that's sick.
friends to come
That'd
over.
be sick. Yeah. Dreaming. We're dreaming. If and when you guys perform on SNL, who would
yes.
be the host? First off, who would host it?
Ellen DeGeneres would guest feature on SNL.
I would love that.
and
That's
she would
a great
host.
answer.
Dude, Ellen DeGeneres would be sweet. I went on her 60th birthday to like watch the show being
Oh,
taped.
did you? Cool.
And it was way different than I expected it. But it was so cool, like watching her talk with all these other insanely famous people.
Right.
And I was like, I'm a part.
I'm here.
And she came out and gave us high fives.
Did you give out a car or anything like that?
She
or?
she split $1 million with everyone in the audience.
Are you serious?
Swear, I got a check for $3,000 from Ellen. So that's kind of like winning the lottery. That was a long time ago. Like, I've splurged that on my paintball mountain endeavors.
Hey, what'd you spend that on?
She split. I got a check for $3,000. So there was,
Dude.
do some math. There was
Like
Yeah, I
10,
guess.
like
10
10
people.
10. God, we're horrible
Like 10.
mathematicians.
There was like 200 people or something. Maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
like
Couple
a little.
hundred.
Couple hundred
That's
people.
cool. That's
it was
cool,
sweet.
Moving on here. What 2 songs would you play on SNL?
of our
Yeah.
stuff.
You know how you
Songs
kind of
we-
play. You'd have to pick maybe a softer song and maybe a harder song, or what would you guys do?
We would play the same 2 songs we're about to play today.
What songs are those? Let's tease those.
The River
And Blue.
Blue. I would
Blue,
hesitate
okay.
though,
River's a banger, dude. That's
to play Go Back Home live, but I don't know. I think there's got to be a point where I just let go of that freaking song.
Something that doesn't scream probably on SNL, right? Like, cause that's like huge,
No.
you know.
You could.
Yes?
The world is changing. It's not.
they're okay with
I
screaming.
think they're moving away
Head out
from
of your
screaming,
butt,
dude.
Oh man,
I think that was the '90s, dude.
What
and
album
the
is Blue
2000s.
on?
Dreamer. It's the opener.
Oh, there we go. Let's check this one out.
It opens very similar to.
It does.
River.
Jesus, guys, switch shit up a little bit.
Sorry, One Trick Pony.
This is good production. See, that's all production, bro. This is the one I heard. It reminded me of AFI, bro.
Oh, dude, I haven't heard that yet.
Oh, yeah. No longer AFI.
No more.
I don't think the drums were. I just think something about that production reminded me of it. Like when Davey Havoc does that real like ambient scream in the background.
That was, and I'll blast myself right now because I'm a goon. That's 100% a rip off from Indian Lakes.
Okay.
That's 100%. Rip that off. Don't
I haven't
care.
listened to them.
Oh, dude. Yeah, they're a lot of.
That's
You asked
sick,
about
dude.
inspiration. And I said
Yeah.
in and
Indian
out.
Lakes?
From Indian Lakes.
From Indian Lakes, okay.
They are a huge inspiration for me. Like, I can't listen to their music without actually like being like, man, I
Stealing
wish I could.
shit.
Just a thief.
Dude, I mean, we all do it.
Yeah.
12 notes in music, bro, you
Right.
know, and we're
Yeah.
you're playing a lot of... do you play in standard tuning?
No, we play in D standard. So
Okay, so you
and
tune down
then
a
the
whole
river is
step.
actually in
Yeah.
drop C.
Okay.
And then we throw capos all over the
That's
place
cool.
and stuff
Right on.
because
Yeah, switching it up. Cool.
change it up as much.
Fucking A. If you could bring a musician back from the dead, who would you guys pick? There's a lot of them, man.
Michael Jackson, I'd say.
Yeah, dude.
I heard that Thriller was 90 songs. Like there was 90 songs written for that album, and it's 9 songs.
I've heard that about some bigger bands. You know, they'll put out 40 songs, and then Linkin Park, I think, did that.
Yeah.
They'll record 40, and then they'll pick 10.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
which if we had the time and money, and I'd love to do that.
Yeah.
You know? Just dick around with songs and ideas, and you know,
I would say
Michael Jackson. That's a good. I always like to think about someone that we didn't kind of see their full career. You
Sure,
know, like
yeah.
Kurt Cobain or you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
the 27 Club. But
I would probably. I don't know. I would probably say Freddie Mercury.
yeah, dude, absolutely.
I just think that his music is such a. It can be really fun and rocking. It can be really heartfelt. Like I feel like he would just continue to get more creative.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
I would be really interested to see what he would make in today's world.
I thought about
It's so
that
interesting.
recently. Like what a musician's music would sound like if we could live to be like 1,000 years old or something like that. Like
Right.
what would Bach have turned into, man? Like throughout the times as it like
I don't know. Do you think it's time that inspires good music, or do you think it's like life events, or
I think it's
like,
the
do you
world
think-
we live in. Yeah. Like
Yeah?
I think it's what's around us and
Exterior
stuff. What
kind of
inspires
elements and
you
stuff?
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
You look at Rage, you look at like what was going on when they were writing all their stuff like early on and like political.
Some people are a little more politically driven,
Sure.
for sure, huh?
But yeah, I mean, time too and loss. That's like,
Yeah.
that inspires me a lot. Loss and
Heartbreak and stuff,
heartbreak,
dude.
negative
For
things,
sure.
which is funny because I'm like, I want to be a successful musician, but I don't want terrible things to happen in my life. But it's
Right.
like, where do you meet in the middle, man?
Maybe that's why a lot of bad shit happens to musicians, because something in their subconscious, like, sort of wants it. Like,
Aching
in the
for
back
it,
of their
dude.
mind, they're like, I want this for inspiration or something, you know?
Yeah, not even it would have to be subconscious too, because I think that there are terrible things that have happened to musicians that wouldn't, you would never think like, oh, they brought this upon themselves. You know what I
Totally.
mean? Like depression and like suicide, anxiety, like these are
Absolutely.
real things that people of artistic nature deal with. Like so many staggering number of people nowadays are dealing with that same thing. Like
Totally.
I can't remember. I saw like a percentage recently of like the amount of people that are struggling with any kind of depression or anxiety, man. And it's, I personally believe that it's all stemmed from like social media stuff. You seeing like constantly like thrown,
Yeah.
excuse me,
Yeah.
like thrown other like internet stuff at you and stuff.
Totally.
You're like absorbing that all the time. But
I agree with that.
Yeah,
I think there's something very unhealthy about social media.
Yeah. It just brings a whole like weight of what the world is doing around you, and you see that in your own self, and you're like, oh, I'm not that, or I'm not this, you know, and it's becoming increasingly more difficult to be at peace with who you are and what's around your world. And being in the musical like industry, like the music industry, I think that if you're already an artistic person, you're going to get on the top. Like, and I mean, you look at what's his name from Linkin Park. I'm blanking on it.
Chester.
Yeah, like you look at where he went and how he got to the absolute top, dude, and like how the depression he was feeling and the anxiety and all that like overtook him. And I see that as like that's one of those things where it's like that was there at the bottom. And it didn't go away. That wasn't the cure. You know what I mean? Like for, you know, for all that, who you are is who you are, and what you deal with is what you're going to deal with, like through it all and stuff.
Totally.
Like, that's
it doesn't go away. It's kind of like an underlying thing, dude.
Yeah.
You know, the subconscious is kind of a crazy thing. We are being interrupted. So I had to step away and go deal with a goddamn leak in my house.
God damn it.
Homeownership, dude. Sucks being old.
I love taking leaks.
So anyways, leaks.
What?
So we were getting deep there for a second, dude, about social media and everything. Yeah. And yeah, social media has its pros and cons. It brings everyone together. I always rant and rave about social media, but probably wouldn't have met you guys without it.
Yeah,
you know?
That's true. There's so many benefits.
Dude, think about how many bands it brings together.
It's amazing. I like the functionality or you know what is possible with social media.
Right.
But what I absolutely hate about technology in general, even cell phones and text messaging and you know being able to access any person at any time, you almost feel like it makes me feel like because you can, you should.
I agree. I don't think we should all be that connected.
I don't either.
You know, I think that's like not human.
Yeah, I agree. I think that you're supposed to have a core community, whether that be your neighborhood or your work. But like, I don't
We're totally bashing the music community. We should not
screw
be
you
this
guys.
connected, bro.
Yeah.
And I love it.
It's done good and bad, you know, and going back to like mental health and stuff. I don't know. It's like,
I think
if you have mental health issues, it's social media is going to make it worse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Social media will make it worse.
There's something fundamentally maybe wrong there.
But you might think that social media might be helping it. I have a friend whose girlfriend is dealing with this like almost like addiction to it, and like it's clear as day when you're addicted to something, you're clinging to it, hoping that it's going to make you better. And she's like saying that to him, and it's like clear that her like focus on this other world that's in her pocket, leaving him like on the couch sitting there like staring at nothing, like by himself, like she's missing this connection with him.
Exactly.
And I think that like as musicians, like we want to create this empire of what our band is in people's minds, and as you know, as like when people think of Elk Grove, what do they affiliate it with in their mind? Where does it go in their mind? But I think what's more important is how do they feel when they're listening to the music, and how do they feel at a show, and how do we as people make them feel? Totally. And I think that's where social media can be a catch-22, where it's like I don't want people to be so focused on what we are in this cloud. I want them to be focused on how they internalize what we're singing about, or what we're talking about, or what the music is to them, and how that makes them feel. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, it totally does. I think it's very important, and you guys will agree, to kind of brand yourself properly.
Sure.
You know, and with social media, dude, that's bigger than ever. Yeah. It's like the packaging. Like, look at the Coors Light can, dude. You know, you see that. It's packaged a certain way. Everything in the world is like that. Yeah. You know, everything is branding and like design. Really. It's like a box, you know, like if you get a fucking box and it looks cool and then you open it up and it's dog shit. Yeah. You know, that's kind of like that's kind of like with a band, you know, like they can have a great cover, but then the product isn't there.
That's what frustrates me though, is that it's being so like pushed on everything that it almost makes the average person feel like they've got to be that. Like
I have to step it up and like be professional designers and shit.
Exactly. Like everything with
Right.
You know, filters, and because you're capable of presenting yourself in this way, you look worse if you don't. You know, at least that's what I feel like when I see social media. I'm just like, oh gosh, dude, everything's got to be like perfect,
all pretty and shit.
I hate it.
I think, to argue my point though too, is I think the product, the recording, the music is going to speak for itself. You could literally have like take a picture of dog shit, and then if you guys fucking kill it, it's gonna go viral.
Yeah.
You know, like think of band names too, like Bush and Cake and, you know, shit like that.
Yeah.
Those
Yeah.
guys, they have fucking rad music.
Yeah.
And their band names are fucking stupid, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Kind of. I can think of some local bands that don't have the best graphic design. Their design's like intentionally stupid.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not going to shout them out. But they and they're doing this intentionally, but you know, they're killing it.
Yeah.
They have a ton of streams. They have a good sound, you know.
The question is like, can you like angle this like find this balance between if I'm choosing to be stupid, if I'm choosing to be this avenue, can I be that? And then when you hear the music, it makes sense. Like there's this band called Better Off. Their album art is a sandwich, and it's a 3-layer sandwich of like peanut butter and jelly, and it looks delicious. First of all, but like it's a sandwich.
You instantly
dude.
love it.
Yeah, and I remember I literally listened to them like because of their artwork.
Because of that, yeah.
I listened to the band A Day to Remember for the first time because of their name. And it was stupid, but it was like like this name that came out like, and it was like 2009, and I was like, oh, this is a sick name. Like I feel like I've heard that before, you know, a familiar kind of name that makes sense with the music and stuff. It is a branding and stuff. Coors Light, you think of like a party time at the lake or something like that. You're on it, whatever, and like, you know.
Are you guys more attracted to like the more chaotic cover? Like, does that draw your attention?
Well,
in
Dookie
more?
comes to mind. Green Day Dookie. Think about that.
Right.
You know
There's
what I mean?
a ton of stuff
That's
all
rad.
over it.
That's rad art.
Yeah.
You know, it's like epic.
It's almost like
but then
Where's
Simplicity
Waldo?
could be cool too. Yeah, it is.
Like you can kind of like pick out fun little. You're like,
it's kind of like punk rock. Where's Waldo?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I find that it's the opposite for me.
Okay, like
It's
simplicity.
Very simple. Like maybe even
Like I think
one
Papa
color.
Roach had a cockroach and a white background. You know.
Yeah.
Or Seosin has that.
The Beetle.
That record,
Yeah.
I love that record.
Or like the White Album.
And it's just,
Yeah.
The
The Beatles.
It's just
Yeah.
very simple.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think
Alice in Chains had this record
Yeah.
that came out, and I'm not a super huge Alice in
Dirt
Chains
Jar of
fan.
Flies.
No,
Man in
it was
the Box.
it was a newer one.
Okay. With the dog?
The Devil Put Dinosaurs Here or something.
Oh, okay. I don't think I've heard that.
And
with the new singer?
It's
That's not Alice in Chains, bro.
Or
Yeah, dude. help us out,
Ballas
brother.
and Wayne's.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a picture of like a Triceratops skeleton, and it
Yeah.
just was like red over
think
the
I've seen
whole
that.
thing, washed over it. But
Yeah.
I like that to me is like such a cool,
Yeah.
alluring
Yeah.
artwork.
I think if the cover like matches the sound, I think your visual should match your sound.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Right?
at least
Wouldn't you agree for the most part?
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
Yeah.
you aspire to do that,
Right. Right.
and then if you suck at it, you give up.
Yeah.
Which I think the Dreamer EP was like, it kind of matched what it's like I always want to do both, you know, and I think that's what Dreamer EP art
Dreamer EP.
did. Like
Let me
we
check
got
that art.
Yeah, we got that picture in the middle from this girl named Joylene Wong.
Shout out.
That's
And,
dope. You got the shadow, you know, you got the shadow. That's an actual picture of a picture, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
So she literally like she was posting all these pictures that she was taking, and I was like, we were both like, this is amazing. It looks so great. And
That is
so,
pretty cool. Like steps into like
That's just a
Yeah,
real
steps into
place.
what?
So
Like,
she
uniqueness,
just-
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
But she framed that, put it on her wall, and took a picture of the picture, and it was with this white. It's not
That's
a
dope.
Photoshop white background.
That's an actual
It's
shadow too, huh?
It's an actual shadow. Like that is
Shadow
the way.
light from like up above.
Yeah.
Yeah, check it out. I mean, this is an audio podcast, but yeah, check it out. Dreamer by Elk Grove. Yeah, that is dope. I like that a lot.
Yeah,
Your
it's-
lyrics are good too. Since we're kind of talking about that, I do. You know, your lyrics are a little bit deeper than the norm. You know, I
Sure.
think. What is river reference? To me, river reference is like something that pulls you down.
Dude, that's good. That is
know?
really good. Yeah,
Like the water's pulling you down and you're kind of drowning.
That song
But what does that
was
mean to you guys?
inspired by a book called a couple of our songs are inspired by books.
Okay.
This one is a book called Illusions by Richard Bachner. I think is the name.
Question mark.
Bachner. I'd have to look it up. I can't remember. But I remember we were on tour. We were like somewhere in Oregon, and like I was like, it was like snowing outside. It's beautiful, and I was reminded of this, and I was like, Cody, check this out. And I read him the prelude to this book that I'd brought, and it's the story is about a group of creatures that live at the bottom of a river, and the river would come in, and the current would come and sweep them up, and they would grab onto the vegetation on the ground, and that would hold them down, and that would hold them to peace, like some kind of peace. And one creature turns to the rest and he says, is this all that life is? Is this all we're going to do? Is just whenever the current comes, we just hold on. And the rest are like, well, if you let go, you'll be swept into the rocks and you'll be smashed to pieces. You'll die. Right. And that one creature goes, he's like, well, if I sit here forever, I'll die of boredom. Right. And so he lets go, and and he gets smashed against the rocks, and all the other creatures laugh, and they're like, of course, you know.
But he survives.
But he doesn't realize that, or like none of them realize that there's an undertow that holds them down, and he gets swept up, and the current is calmer at the top above them. Wow, that's and he so swims over, and he sees them, and he's floating above them, and all the creatures look up and they see him, and they're like, oh my gosh, a messiah, you know, like this crazy idea of like, you know, he must, you know, and what he says, he's like, all I did was have the courage to trust that the river knew what it was doing.
There you go. He took a risk. He thought out of the box a little bit, and went against the norm. Yeah, right? I mean, kind of open for interpretation too. I think your lyrics are right.
It's meant to be vague. It's meant to be taken multiple ways. I found that whenever I'm writing, I never really like to write about something. I never like to write in a way that is specific, but I like it to be able to be interpreted for another way.
I like that too.
It's just more meaningful. It can kind of span out a little bit. Yeah, it's fun to be specific, but I find that I just never do that. Right. And so, especially with this song,
it's tricky sometimes, huh? Like the Beatles when they sing "I Want to Hold Your Hand," you know, and they make it a hit song. You know, that's not easy, dude.
No, it's not.
You know, we have a song that's young and dumb. You know, the chorus is like, "We were young, we were dumb." You know, I'm not saying it's the best song in the world, but it's like straightforward. You know.
Yeah. It's hard.
It's kind of cool.
We need to make beer koozies, dude. You guys freaking there it is.
We have the music video back here, dude. So I made a bunch of koozies.
Dude, I love that. Did you want to like talk about the river a little bit too, or?
Yeah.
Did you write that song together?
Yeah, he wrote the lyrics. He wrote actually, you wrote the song.
Cool.
He wrote that song.
Wrote the river.
The whole song.
Nice.
Yeah, nice. I just twiddled my thumbs and just stared at the wall. And
it was one of those things where, you know, I was feeling it, and I had the inspiration. At the time, I had lived in Bakersfield, and Matt was in Ventura. Yeah, and so I knew it was something strong, and I sent him the demo, and you know, he liked it. And anyways, that's the lyrics are inspired by that story, but it was also a lot of a time that I was kind of going through where I felt similar. Like I want this. The chorus is, it gets darker as it goes, river of life, breathe into me. Right. It was this idea of this current of life, if you will. I want it. It's hard and it's difficult, but if I can learn how to almost submit to it, there's some better things on the other side. Right. You know, I would imagine like similar to being a parent. You know, it's hard. You don't have money. You're trying to be stable, you're trying to be happy, you're trying to do the things you want, all this stuff. But if you push through it, eventually, you know, you can be a very happy person with a child, you know, growing up or something like that. I don't know. That's just what I can kind of compare it to.
Yeah, you said like that these songs are like left open for interpretation. We like that. We like people to be like the story of I think that my favorite books are written like that, and I think that I mean, you have these creatures that are holding on to vegetation that that grounds them. Right. What is that vegetation for you? You know, what is that vegetation in your own life, and what is it? What are you clinging to that is holding you from?
Probably a bad thing, right? Like maybe a job.
Sure, maybe job, people,
or maybe people suppressing you.
Yeah, bad relationships, like a boyfriend girlfriend kind of thing. Money, right. Drugs, maybe like
That's fucking deep, dude. That's good. Because that's something that everyone can relate to and that everyone sort of struggles with for sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that. I figured I'd fucking like you guys. I figured. That was a long answer.
Sorry.
That was a 30-minute long answer to
it's about
what was
video
the question
games.
anyways?
Yeah, you were like, what's
I think it was if you could bring a musician back from the dead.
Oh,
right?
I thought it was what was your favorite color?
What?
Just kidding.
Are we talking about?
Couple more questions, dude, and then we'll jam.
Yeah.
If you could wave a magic wand and make one band never exist.
What, never exists?
Yeah.
Elk Grove.
So we retired fucking Imagine Dragons. We retired them. And then we retired Nickelback, but Takers Levers took them out of retirement, dude. They made an argument for them.
Good for them.
Ska.
Ska? Okay.
I hate ska, dude.
Okay.
What the hell are you doing putting trombones in punk? What's wrong with you, dude? There's one good ska song called Pizza Day. That's it. The rest
Pizza
can
Day.
go away, dude. Yeah.
It would have
Pizza Day by
I got
the
into like the
Aquabats.
Mighty Mighty Boss Tones a little bit back in the day, I guess, and maybe Real Big Fish a little bit. I never.
There's some good. There's a couple.
I guess
good
even like Rancid, had their ska shit.
Reggae. I hate reggae.
Okay.
I hate reggae.
See, for back here though, bro, for like a pool party,
I don't
and
care.
if you're smoking,
I don't care.
It's perfect.
it's got its
That's
vibe
perfect.
for it. You know what I
care.
mean?
Nope.
But no, I hear you. Yeah, you're like, fuck you. No.
Nope. Reggae
And it's so
sucks.
subjective,
Hate it.
dude. I
Yeah,
mean, we don't
yeah.
mean to hate on any genres or like anyone's taste or, we don't mean to offend anyone in this day and age.
You're right. Like sitting back here, like this is very much like I would expect
Let's
reggae to
throw
play,
on some
and it's like
UB40, bro. or
and I don't even know
Marley.
what that is, but like you would like, you know what I mean? Like it would make sense, and it would feel like right. You know what I mean? So that's right. You know what I mean? But I just don't like it.
But honestly, Elk Grove sounded pretty good back here too. So
I mean, it felt good
whatever.
walking in from the back.
It did. Huh?
You know what I mean? I was
Like
like,
rock
this
stars
is-
and shit.
You know
Who's
what?
this man?
Damn.
I would probably erase it some kind of one of these newer country rap guys.
Okay.
Oh,
Like Old Town Road.
oh.
Dude.
Sam Hunt. I choose Sam Hunt.
Sam Hunt.
Body like a back road, driving with my eyes.
Girls love that song.
Oh, my
bro.
ex-girlfriend, dude. Anytime she put him on, she would be like, "He's so much better than you." Like,
You're like, yeah, but he's a douchebag.
I hate him.
Okay. Well, cool.
Those are the simple type of lyrics that I just can't do. Like a blue jean, a short skirt, floating down on the river. Mm-hmm.
You could pull off some country, bro, I think.
That's Bo Burnham you're quoting right now.
Is it?
That is
that what he
100%.
said? Okay.
Yeah, that's his like.
Well, it's
pandering
because
skit.
it's because I empathize, or
You agree.
I agree.
You
It
into
is-
like
that
Johnny
was Bo
Cash and
Burnham.
like older shit
Oh,
like that.
I love Johnny
yes,
Cash.
Into Johnny,
yes,
okay.
that's country.
There's a
I'd say
few
that's
country
real, like,
stars.
southern country.
Rock country, rockabilly.
I'm talking
or
over
something.
both of you. I'm so
Hey,
sorry.
words.
Yeah.
I kind of like. There's a couple people out there like Chris Stapleton. There's a few jams that I
Yeah,
can get
Tennessee
behind.
whiskey
that-
and shit.
yeah, I'm not a. I don't hate it.
Good
I
vocals,
like
dude.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like hearing that. But there's some stuff. Just a lot of
Because
it.
he has
is-
a beard, bro. It's because of his
It's
big beard.
freaking beard.
If he was a good-looking little 20-year-old, you probably wouldn't like it, huh?
Maybe,
huh?
If he's wearing the what's those
fucking
jeans,
tight pants or
True
whatever.
Religion or whatever with the glitter
the
butt.
ones I have on? No.
Those-
I was kidding.
Cody was talking about shaving his beard actually on the way over here. He was like, "I'm gonna shave my beard," and that's the only reason why people like people
Really?
nowadays.
Because beards.
Because beards.
Dude, I can't stand looking at myself in the mirror without a beard, bro. I just can't do it.
I feel like
This is as short as I can
get
go.
fatter. You know,
With a beard?
yeah, my cheeks get so puffy. My beard gets.
You rock the beard. You're good.
I like it. I feel like I get chubbier. I don't want to be chubby.
Oh, man. We digress on this episode big time, but it's been a pleasure, dude. You guys are cool, man.
You're cool.
I'm digging it. Right
Dude,
on.
thank
Yeah.
you for
Let's
inviting
play a
us,
show
dude.
together soon.
Yeah.
That'd be
That would
cool.
be awesome.
We'd mix up pretty well. 5-year goal, man. What are you guys thinking for Elk Grove? Before we jam, going unplugged, going stripped down.
Definitely, I think making our first record. Obviously,
Yeah,
that's
first
going to be
full length.
sooner. Yeah, that's going to be sooner than later. I don't think we're going to wait 4 years before that happens. But I think
I guess long-term goals that you have, you know.
Within 5 years, I would like to see 3 full-length records. I think that's a reasonable amount of time.
Yeah, that's ambitious,
also,
dude.
That's also pretty quick too, because I know how quick time
ambitious,
goes.
yeah.
I would like to work hard enough to see that happen, and I don't really care about signing with somebody as much as I do just being able to tour, and it be something successful, not out of pocket. You know, something that is. I think within 5 years, if we're not on the cusp of like, hey, this is what we do most of the time now.
Right.
I think I wouldn't take a step back at all, but I would be like, yeah, how do we do this differently? You know.
Yeah.
But that's what I would hope.
We've had that come up on the podcast. Like, if you're playing shows and no one's coming, and it's been 2 years, rethink your plan.
Right.
You know, not to hate on anyone, but
yeah.
And you guys aren't in that boat for, you know, not at all.
I just want to be able to play a lot.
Yeah,
and
cool, man.
And have fun. Like, that's what it's always been about. And like, it sucks because there is a level of like popularity and fame and fans and attention and money and stuff that goes into getting sort of to that place. You know, like if you're playing shows and nobody's coming, you're not making money, you're not getting gas, you're not going to the next one. You know, it's like realistically, there needs to be some kind of profit from it.
You need to sell some merch, right?
It's
really about merch sales, right? At this point, that's come up on the podcast. I mean, that is the biggest like profit you're making on the road, right? Like selling the shirts and shit.
Are we a glorified merch brand, like a clothing brand?
Well, that's what I said. I said we're like cotton slingers, dude.
Yeah.
You know, local bands.
Pretty
I mean,
much.
that really is where the profit is.
Well, music is now all digital and stuff, and so it's like, oh yeah, do you like our music? Well, go download it and buy the shirt. You know what I mean? Like that's the product is now the repping. Like, do you rep it and wear pictures when you take or wear shirts when you take pictures? Excuse me.
I know,
but like, I don't know, man.
I don't know. Like Spotify, dude. I don't know. I go back and forth. It's like so fucking cool. Like as a user, you know. I'm straying off here a little bit, but you talked about like digital streaming and shit. You know, what do you guys think about that? Like, your music's free now.
Yeah,
are you happy about that?
We're probably ignorant to like what actual music revenue from streaming. It looks like we don't make like anywhere near like what some people that I know like have said that they make, and I'm like, okay, well, that's not what I make.
It's
you
like
know what I mean?
0.008 cents per stream on Spotify.
Sure, and
so it's a volume game. You know?
So clearly, I mean, you said like our the river is like what 15,000, I think. Like, so that's I don't look at it like what money we've had come in from that, but at the same time, like I say, we're probably ignorant to what we could make from that, but like the revenue just backs our ability to do this full time and give our entire like heart to it and stuff. That's all I think Cody was saying. Like that's all we really care about. I want to be able to do this and not worry about being able to do it. Does that make sense?
Sure. Absolutely, man. Yeah.
I think that streaming will evolve as times go on and stuff, and where it kind of like supports artists enough. Like when the river came out, we didn't have we at least didn't get this email. Like just recently I dropped a song was it Tuesday? Yesterday? Yesterday. I dropped a song yesterday, and like before that the email had said like, do you want to submit this to playlists? And playlists are where you get a lot of
exposure, at least,
exposure,
right?
Yeah. Which initially generates revenue. So I was stoked about that, so I did. But like, I mean, the river landed a playlist and got a lot more streams than like the sun. Actually, the sun came out after the river, which is interesting. But the sun was so overshadowed by that song. And we think it was just because of that playlist and like once something kind of steamrolls and becomes what it is, like.
Right.
Anyways, I think that streaming will evolve and create a way to provide for artists, because Spotify noticed that, and like now they're asking, hey, do you want to submit this so we can consider it and put it for.
I used to be mad. I used
Nice.
to be upset about music being free like that, because I bought all my stuff, like back in the day.
Damn kids don't have to buy that shit.
Yeah. At the same time, now I'm at a place where I'm like, please don't pay for it. Just listen to our band's music. You know, like just check it out. Like I promise you'll kind of like it. You know, you'll like come to a show and then you'll really see what it's about. Like that's the way I feel about it. I'm like, but I used to be upset about that whole idea of like, man, we're just gonna put it out there for free. Like what the hell? But at the same time,
it's the exposure, I guess. We get that a lot. Local bands just want to kind of be heard, you know.
When I hear some of our friends talk about what some bands are making on at like some nice big solid venues, like some bigger bands out there that are touring a lot, and I hear what they're making, I'm like, what? That's crazy. How much do we get paid? Nothing.
Like by the venue.
I'm sorry.
Oh, we paid the venue to play.
Yeah, we paid to play.
The pay to play. We haven't done that yet.
Do you weigh the exposure against the monetary? Like, what's in your pocket? Do you want to pay? Like, I remember when I first got started playing music, I was in a local band, and we had like somebody's dad in the band had the money to buy all our tickets right away. And so what happened? We played this festival called Rockin' Roots. It was like a mini Warped Tour for Bakersfield, California. Sick festival. It was what every like local scene kid was like about.
Right.
And we get to play the main stage right before, I think we played right before of Mice and Men. Or no.
Was it Dance Gavin Dance or something?
It was Dance Gavin. Yeah, it was Dance Gavin Dance. We played right before them. So,
Rad.
and they were the headliner. And so we played, I don't know how we landed this. Gosh, yeah.
That's dope.
We played our set. We started it out. We were a local band. We don't know what the heck we're doing.
Right.
And like 600 people flooded, 700 people flooded this like area that we were playing because we had money. That's what's messed up. That's what I care about, is that the people that have money are able to get, and that bleeds into like so many different avenues of life, like politics and stuff like that. Like that's everything, dude.
A little bit. Well, think about like, buying into colleges and stuff. You know, you could have the talent, but you maybe don't have the money to get into Harvard, or you know what I mean? Like,
sure. That's why I love it cost me $10 to drop a single on Spotify. It's free to upload songs to YouTube.
Right.
And seriously, that's the avenue of like where we're at in technology that I love, where anybody if you have amazing talent, if you are raw, talented, an incredible person, if you shine on the internet, you can do something for yourself. You can make something out of yourself, and you can make money from it. You know what I mean? Like there is a way to make money. There is a way to get recognition, but there is also a way to promote what you love doing. Right. And that's honestly what we're doing with the band, is that we are just doing what we love doing. And I, like you said, like, you know, oh, we don't care about the like genuinely, like we all have things that are going on in our life, you know, and the Elk Grove is an extension of who we are as people. And like I was mentioning before, I hate the idea of just people showing up to our shows that are just fans that, you know, that just show up and I don't know them and they're just like, I love your band. And I'm like, cool, thanks for your money. You know, like that kind of has a connotation for, you know,
you want it to be personal.
I want my fans to become friends. And I want my friends to support me because they love me. That's really what I want. And I want.
Yeah, but you got to think about it too. Like like if you made a movie and you sold it, you'd expect people to pay for it and watch it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Need to piss?
I have to piss.
Yeah, he has to piss.
Where can I go to the bathroom?
Let's let you pee. We're gonna go unplugged here shortly with Elk Grove. Nice chatting with you guys.
Yeah.
We're gonna piss all over the place.
Thanks for bringing us on.
Go mark your fucking territory back there, bro.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, David just pissed on that fence.
That fence?
Yeah.
Where at?
Go piss. I'll show you exactly where.
Get it.
All right, we've come to the unplugged portion of Palapalooza with Matt and Cody of Elk Grove. They're going to rock out Blue. You guys want to talk about this song?
Blue is, to sum it up, it's a song about time. and how fragile time is.
Right on.
And so it's got a mixture of other meanings, but yeah, it kind of meant something different for Matt, and it kind of meant something different for me.
Awesome.
But I think that's kind of where we came together, is just realizing certain things that we, didn't want to go away, and just how precious time was, because that's one thing it seems that you never really get back.
So true, dude.
So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Let's hear it. It's been sounding good.
Sweet.
Blue Unplugged on Palapalooza.
Can I take from you what I need so bad? Too little of you in my hand. Once my lover, never felt but forever prison.
Did you make it out alive? I thought you drowned in that place. Their wings took to the air, but something brought you down. Well, I called you when I came you.
I was trying hard to hold on.
You take me, mistake me,
For always letting you down. I can feel you running away. I can feel you running away.
well, I called you when I came you.
I was trying hard to hold on.
You take me, mistake me,
For always letting you down.
Yeah. You guys caught me off guard there at the end.
I was
was dope, dude.
You're trying to get away from the mic.
Yeah, with the screams. Yeah, the screams are a little difficult to unplug, huh? But you pulled them off. We don't get a lot of screamers back here, dude. Like, even David, as great of a voice as he has, he kind of transposed it to do like a lot of melodies instead of the screaming parts.
I'm not that talented, so I just have to try to
No,
cheat.
I would say that, yeah, you guys are both talented. Really, you guys fucking kill it, man. You guys are severely talented, and I'm definitely a fan, dude.
Thanks
That's good
very
stuff,
much,
dude.
man. Thank you.
100%. Do you guys do acoustic often?
No, we've done it a couple times. I think we always have an itch for wanting to translate our songs
Need
acoustically.
to get that it's checked out, bro.
Yeah, I know.
No, I hear you. You guys can pull it off.
Yeah, thank you.
No shit. I see a lot
Thank
of
you.
acoustic acts.
I think we
obviously.
spent a lot of time playing a lot of softer music in our life, and so I feel like it's not as hard for us to take this aggressiveness and try to tone it down a little bit.
Right.
It might be harder to do the opposite, though.
Right.
Take a softer sounding song and make it really like
Give it some balls.
yeah, give it some balls. That might be a little more challenging, but
Do you write on acoustic?
Sometimes, yeah. Like, it kind of goes back and forth.
Yeah. I feel like it's cool to kind of start that way.
I riff first.
Yeah.
I want to lay down some
Your
music.
riffage is good too, dude. Yeah. Got to compliment that.
Cody comes up with all the cool stuff in the band. Just like disclaimer, all of like the cool leads and like riffs are Cody, which is such a bummer because he doesn't get to play them live, but he gets to just freaking rock out on the drums. But at the same time, people would come up to me and they're like, freaking the riff or the leads, and I'm like, Thanks,
Did you ever, or have you ever thought about playing guitar and singing, or what was what happened there?
When we first started playing, when we first formed the band, it was just me and Matt, and we brought our buddy in to play some drums, and I was playing guitar.
Right.
And after a while, it just made sense for me to play what I was a little more proficient in, or whatever the word is.
Sure. I was better drummer than guitar player?
Yeah,
Cody
that's
was
my
just
number
too
one.
good of a drummer to pass up,
Okay, yeah. Yeah, you are.
It's hard to find drummers. I feel like it's a lot easier to find everyone else except finding
Especially good guitar players. There's a lot of them out there.
Yeah, it seems like it's a little more accessible and it's a little easier to sit down and practice and play a lot more than you do drums. So I think it just felt a little more natural to hop over. And I've always been the guy to I'll plug the holes, wherever whatever's sinking the ship.
Whatever needs to be done, bro.
I'll do that, yeah. Because I enjoy it, I enjoy playing guitar, I enjoy writing, I enjoy playing bass too. I love that.
Absolutely, man. All right, cool. The River. I'm stoked to hear this, man. This is like your current single, I'd say, right?
Yes, yeah. People, they're like, "Oh, you're in a band. Oh, darker as it goes." Like they'll for sure sing that, to me, at me.
That's funny, dude.
And I'm like, "Yep."
Yeah, I mean, this would be like if someone asked about Elk Grove, you'd probably say, "Yeah, check out the River." Right.
It's the first thing that pops up on your Spotify.
It's the first one.
It's easiest song. It's
got
very
the most streams and everything.
It's almost radio. There's like a part in the middle that's like almost. It would probably disqualify.
Rock 105, bro. No.
It's
down here in San
very
Diego,
like
anyways.
verse chorus kind of thing, which most of our stuff doesn't do. I was telling Cody on the way over here, I love stuff that deviates from the norm.
Unorthodox kind of, yeah.
I like being unorthodox, and I like doing something that you want, or doing something you didn't know you wanted. That's my goal, is to be like, I didn't know that I wanted this, but I like it.
Like kind of, yeah, sure. Discovering new sort of formats to a song.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, how much can you do, bro? You can throw a bridge in there. You can start with the chorus, Don't bore us. Start with the chorus,
Chorus. Yep.
All right, Elk Grove Unplugged with the River, guys. Take it away.
This is a remedy. And take my hands. If I jump, will you jump with me? And it gets darker as it goes. River of life, breathe into me. Will I be one of those who won't let the current set me free? We'll walk it better if we drown together. Losing grip down below, cracks became shallow. I didn't even notice, and I thought that you had changed. You appeared to be so different. You were always just the same. I'm not afraid to let go, and I'm not afraid to let go. It gets darker as it goes. A river of life, breathe into me. And will I be one of those who won't let the current set me free? We'll walk it better if we drown together. I want to be set free from the river, free from the river. I want to be set free from the river, free from the river, free from the river. It gets darker as it goes. Please come with me. River of life, breathe into me.
free from the river, free from the river. I want to be set free from the river, free from the river, free from the river.
Yeah, dude. Elk Grove at the river, unplugged. I was a fan before. I'm solidified now. I'm a fanatic now, bro.
Thanks.
It's really cool. Like, the best thing about this podcast, and I hope this kind of projects out to listeners as well, is, you know, getting to know you guys, chatting for a while, and then just seeing you do your thing, dude, like stripped down. It's fucking rad. It really is.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Like, I don't think there's anything that I could experience that would allow me to become a bigger fan of like music.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like getting to know you guys and then seeing you guys perform like right here. I mean, for me personally, this isn't all about me though, obviously, but
Yes, it is.
No,
Yes, it is.
It does though. It does give you a slightly different perspective on who this musician, who this person is.
Yeah.
And it helps when you can sort of break down the walls, you know, break the ice a little bit and get comfortable with this
Totally.
person. Then sometimes you almost get a better insight, you know,
Right.
into their passion, into what
Right.
what their songs are about or whatever it is.
100%. Yeah, you
that's-
really
that's
do.
really cool.
I mean, how many people do you do this with?
Yeah.
You know, no phone distractions,
Yeah.
you know, isolated in headphones, you know, face-to-face communication. We're
Right.
kind of weird at first, really.
We've never
right?
done this before, so
You've never done a podcast?
no, not as Elk
Really?
Grove. No,
I have.
not as Elk Grove.
He's cooler than you, bro.
Oh,
We-
sorry.
I have, but I is not we, Cody Ford.
No, it's cool. It's a
Gosh.
fun hobby for me, and it's a good way to support local music and to meet new guys like you. And again, I hope this projects out like to listeners, man. Like I'd like to hear listeners' input. Like, you know, let us know how it sounded, because that was fucking amazing, dude.
Dude, thank you very much.
That was rad.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
And I hope that I'm doing a good job at like portraying this.
Yeah.
You know what you guys just put out there.
Well, dude, we
Absolutely.
seriously appreciate you hitting us up and
For sure, brother.
bringing us on this and letting us
Yeah.
be a part of what you're doing, dude. Because
Fucking A.
what you're doing is very, very important. Is giving people an avenue to be themselves and promote their music and their art and stuff. And I think that if you're not promoting other people, dude, like
Yeah.
you kind of are just like in your own bubble of a world, dude, because there are a million guitarists and a million singers and a million songwriters that are 100 million times better than what we are doing
Totally.
and stuff. And I think that it's not all about how good you can be, it's who you can be.
Right.
And who
Totally
you can
true.
be to who you encounter, dude. Because
Right.
the people that you encounter are the most important people. And we were talking about social media, dude. Like that gives us a whole new avenue to do so
does.
much, dude. And we really appreciate you just bringing us a part of it, you know, onto this and being a part of what we're
course.
doing.
Yeah, of course, brother.
So thank you.
Yeah, stoked to meet you guys. You got a long drive back. I'll let you hit the road.
Heck yeah, man.
Yeah,
thank
thank
you.
you.
But yeah, cool. Elk Grove, look out for new music coming soon. Full length, 2020.
Before then, for sure, yes.
You guys rock, dude. Real
Thank
pleasure.
you for bringing us on. We appreciate
you.
it.
Of course,
A lot of
killing
fun.
it. This has been Palapalooza with Elk Grove. I'm your host, Troy Cook. Goodbye.
It's darker as it goes. River of life, breathe in me. Will I be one of those born of the current, set me free? We won't get better if we drown together.
this on recording, and you're probably not going to be recording this and putting it on your podcast.
Oh, yeah.
So I can say whatever I want.
I don't think he's recording anymore.
What, Cody?
But I can hear it on this.
Do you think he's recording right now?
The best part is that I can speak literally almost as quiet as I can.
Hey, Cody, we're probably going to mess up really bad.
I am so scared.
I have to piss.
I don't think, you know what I noticed about?
What?
Yeah, you know what I noticed? Ew, God. Get out of my ears. We should play a game where, like, we tape, like, duct tape these headphones so you can't just, like, rip them off and torture somebody with, like...
I would like to say that I would be able to last a long time, but have you seen those ASMR videos?
No.
You really haven't?
No, what's that?
Oh my God.
What's ASMR? What's ASMR?
I'm going to pull it up on YouTube right now.
Oh, man.
I'm just going to pull it up because I have access to the internet always. Okay. This is a random video. I don't know which side my... She's being stupid. She's just staring at the... Oh.
Hello.
What is this?
Hello.
I don't like this. I'm
How
scared.
are you doing?
I don't like this at all. What is this?
I hope you're doing well.
I gotta rip my headphones off. I can't do it. Ew. What? Can I see the video, please?
I'm here to relax you and make you feel nice and calm, okay?
What is this?
Nice and calm.
What is this, pornography?
It's straight up so much porn, it's not even funny, and it's on YouTube.
Just relax. Just relax.
Oh.
Okay.
There
There's
you go.
the first one I ever saw. Okay, the first one. She's just talking. She's using her voice.
What
and
is
that's,
what is ASMR?
I don't know what it stands. Oh, this comes off.
American Sound Music Recording.
Sure. God, connect to the thing. And oh God, I love drinking Coors. By the way, like if there's one beer that I like to drink, it's Coors. Because like I get the dang it. He didn't tell me this. He's using a Shure connector with a Sennheiser mic. First problem.
First world problem.
Yeah, no, I like drinking Coors. I have had 3 and I feel happy. If I drink White Claws, I feel sad and tired.
You can look at me. We're not on the podcast right now.
This is the podcast. This is Palapalooza. I still don't know how to say it.
It's Palapalooza.
I also don't. I wanted to jump in the pool, and
He said, "Bring your trunks."
no. I mean, like on the podcast, like I wanted it to be.
Yeah, but that wouldn't be very fun because
They could be YouTube.
everybody just gets to enjoy their imagination.
But they get to hear me do it, and they're like, "Hey, Matt's getting in the pool by him." Okay, this is the one. Yeah, this is the first one that I ever saw.
Oh my god!
Still going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you
Are
recording?
Yeah.
Oh, he is.
I have been.
Okay, so this is the one. This is the one.
We were
that I
getting
was-
real weird.
Here, listen.
Perfect, dude.
Oh man. I can't.
She's right now. Oh, wait. I got an ad. Oh my gosh. Hey, YouTube, freaking stop it. Okay. All right.
We were just saying.
Imagine you're watching ASMR and okay, so she's whispering.
Yeah.
Oh God.
It's not loud enough.
No, it's just not next to the. Ah! Okay, this is gonna go on. There we go. Okay, she's got to eat it.
What is going on
Oh
here?
wait, that was it. Listen. Watch.
What's she eating?
A pickle.
Freaking pickle, dude.
We were just kind of. We're just getting real quiet.
And that's like a viral video?
It's ASMR. And it's the
What's
stupid,
that?
it's the most satanic thing in the freaking world right now.
Really?
I watched, what was it? Oh, I accidentally watched one of like leatherworking, and that was the only one that I've ever been able to watch. But like, people get on the mic and the gain is turned way up, and they're whispering it with reverb, and they're like,
They do like weird shit.
and they touch the mic. And then you're supposed to be like, I like this. I'm gonna go to sleep right now. And I'm like, this is like weird porn. It's legit what it is. It's straight up weird porn.
It sounds like it's ear porn.
It turns some people on or something, like they fucking jerk off to it or something.
Probably.
You guys weren't doing that back here, were you?
1, 2, 3, 4. Palapalooza, Palapalooza. We're talking to you. I'm Palapalooza.